Over the past month, temperatures have started to drop in Scotland, with autumn and winter weather firmly on the way. And while it may not quite be chilly enough for many of us to put the heating on yet, it might be worth doing just that, in order to check that everything is in good working order. Although it can be tempting to wait until the very last minute before reaching for the boiler, leaving it off for too long can cause a number of problems, leaving your heating to fail right when you need it the most. That's according to experts at Only Radiators, who have revealed the key steps that all households should take ahead of the winter, and any warning signs to look out for. As temperatures look set to remain steady over the next few weeks, many of us are tempted to hold off turning on the heating to save money, Daniel Saunders, heating and DIY expert at Only Radiators explained. Most of us will usually switch our central heating on around Sunday 29 October as the clocks go back for winter. That feeling of waking up to dark mornings and the early nightfall is always a signal for us to retreat indoors and get cozy. But it's really important to take stock of your radiators and other heat sources at this point to ensure they are working properly and efficiently ready for winter. After being dormant for so long over the course of the year, there are actually a lot of issues that could be happening behind the scenes without you realizing, and these can end up costing you in the long run. The best thing to do is to give your heating a dry run around now to ensure everything is running perfectly for when you do decide to go for it and switch on for the remainder of the winter. The expert says that by switching on your heating and letting it run for a while, you can check each individual radiator for any problems, and fix them in advance if needed. And if you're noticing that some radiators are heating up more slowly than others, or if they have cold patches, then Daniel recommends going through the following steps to identify what went wrong. Check the valves. The problem with cold radiators could lie within valves rather than the radiator itself. Check that your valves aren't stuck or seized up, as this will prevent water from flowing through. To do this, remove the thermostatic valve head to reveal a raised pin on the valve. If this pin moves up and down once you press it, it's working as it should. If the pin is stuck, give it a light dab to release it. Bleed the radiators. If your radiators are cold at the top, it could be time to bleed the system to remove the trapped air. Take a radiator key and fit it onto the bleed valve of the cold radiator. Turn the key until you hear air being released from the valve. Once you can no longer hear air being released or when water begins to come out, you've successfully removed the air and can close the valve. Balance the radiators. If your radiators are unbalanced, they will not heat up at the same speed as each other, meaning some areas of your home will be colder than others. For the most effective outcome, make sure all radiators and heated towel rails are cold and have been recently bled before you start. Balancing your radiators involves finding out the time it takes each radiator in your home to heat up and then measuring the temperature of the pipework at each end of the radiator in turn and adjusting the lock shield valve very gradually until the difference between the readings of the two pipes is 12 degrees Celsius precisely. Flush the sludge. An accumulation of dirt and rust could be causing cold spots at the bottom of your radiator, which limits the flow of water around your radiator and reduces its performance. After bleeding your radiators, if you see that the water is brown, flush the sludge to get your radiators working efficiently again. Join the Daily Record WhatsApp community. Get the latest news sent straight to your messages by joining our WhatsApp community today. You'll receive daily updates on breaking news as well as the top headlines across Scotland. All you have to do is click here. If you're on mobile, select Join Chat and you're in. If you're on a desktop, Simply scan the QR code above with your phone and click Join Chat. Check for noises. Radiators can sometimes make weird noises. Clicking noises are fairly common and are usually caused when the radiator heats up and cools down, so is nothing to worry about. However, if you have a banging noise, it could be time to check your boiler, as this could be caused by a buildup of limescale in the central heating system. Power flush. Central heating. A power flush is usually performed by a gas-safe engineer to remove a buildup of sludge that doesn't shift with a simple flush. It's usually recommended to power flush every 5 to 6 years. An engineer will connect a machine to your central heating system that pushes a powerful flow of liquid through your radiators to dislodge any stubborn sludge or rust.